Well, it's time to jump right in. I'll tell everybody the name of the game we're playing today. This is The Tale of Bistun, and as it says here, based on the epic romantic poem Khosrow and Shirin. I'll just get the actual details up. So, this game comes to us courtesy of IMGN.PRO and Black Cube Games. And this was a key that I requested on Keymailer. So, the usual disclosure applies. Just need to make sure that everybody here knows that this game key was provided by the publisher. I do not have to provide content for this game. This is a play and decide opportunity. But once again, I'm being dangerous, and I am streaming it completely blind. And, I mean, it looks really nice visually, and apparently it's a very narrative-driven game with a lot of voice acting, so I'm hoping that it proves to be very entertaining for all of us. Not just me, but of course all of you as well. Jacob, welcome. Mod. I have here some candy. I recorded a Thrifty Foods on a candy lucky bag, and it was the worst thing ever. I guess I need this up a little bit louder in my ears. Oh, I'm happy for you. Subtitle background, large subtitles. I'll do.
I made a grave mistake. The kind that cannot be fixed.
Are we getting that sound glitch?
It all began with a war between two.
Yeah. Bear with me. I don't think it's meant to sound like that.
Conflict.
There we go. Yeah.
The fighting rent the
I need to figure out why that's happening.
As the crack deepened, it spread like the grasping roots of a tree. And through that fissure, something terrible escaped. Something unnatural. The destruction affected countless realms, many beyond our knowledge. But then, when all seemed lost, the deity created a holy sign, a way to seal the crack and stop the blight.
Like Sonic the
And
Hedgehog.
for many years there was peace. But even an instrument of order can be dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. I was tasked with giving the sign to the just ruler.
I'm getting
I
like
chose the wrong king, and eventually
El Shaddai
the
vibes from this.
repercussions of my failure came to bear. The
Has a very
seal
biblical
broke.
feel.
The blight spread throughout Persia. For my failure, I was cast out of the realm of the gods. Imprisoned within a realm of shattered memories and forgotten souls, redemption eluded my grasp. I was weak, consumed by pity, and resigned to my deserved fate. But then, something unexpected happened. A human found me. He too was broken and took pity on a fellow tormented soul. And deep within those strange eyes, I glimpsed something I had lost. Hope.
English. Seems pretty straightforward. Doesn't appear to be that many settings to select from. Did I announce the stream? I don't think I did yet. Stream announced. We're good. You are? I'm terribly sorry to hear that. I'm trying to drink from something that's got a lid on it. There's some days I feel like that. I need to figure out this webcam flicker. I think it's because it's trying to focus on this shirt. Like, there's too much visual information for the webcam. Before we are forgotten, we will be turned into kitsch. Kitsch is the stopover between being and oblivion.
Slowly, like the morning sun clambering over the horizon, consciousness came. He opened his
Immediate
eyes.
thoughts are Hades and Bastion. Like, I'm getting super massive games vibes from this. I think it's the camera angle, it's the...
How pleasant, he thought.
It's the historical
It's
setting,
like
it's
nature's
the
song.
narration.
But something was not right. The song was out of tune.
Yeah, I'm getting super massive games vibes from this. It's like that Cumber the zebra, and it's like from the producers who saw Shrek. It's like this is from the producers who saw
As he navigated the
Bastion,
narrow
from the
paths,
producers who saw Hades.
breathed in the fresh mountain air.
It's very pretty.
Focused his mind. Questions bobbed to the surface, like apples in water. How did I come to be here? He asked himself. No, that's not the right question. Nor is where I'm going. A single terrible realization crystallized in his fogged mind. I don't know who I am. Many stories have been told about poor souls who have forgotten the paths they have trodden. But there is more to this tale. That I promise.
I have a slight memory of you playing the first level of Doom Eternal. Yeah, I played a bit of Doom 2016 on stream, and I played a bit of Doom Eternal on stream. I played like a couple of levels of Eternal. It's not for me. It's not for me. I think it was a birthday stream a few years back.
The recognition heartened him.
I think I did like a Game Pass stream, and there was a horror roguelike first-person shooter. There was Doom and a few other things.
Its beautiful trail fanned the flame of hope.
I like this so far. I'm about to have a really nasty sugar crash, so I am doing my best. I know that Doom 2016 I have played on a stream, and Doom Eternal I have played on a stream, is what I said. I did not say I played Doom Eternal in 2016. I could probably dig for you the exact stream that I played Eternal on. In fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Game Pass I'm starting to think it was a Halloween thing. Live... Horror Game-a-thon Gala, October 30th, 2021. In case you want to bookmark it for later. Doom Eternal, Into the Pit, Medium, and Visage. That's it. I knew there were a few horror games we played during that one. Feel free to check it out later if you want to see the Doom Eternal segment again.
He spotted something glinting among the rocks. Something that called to him.
Ooh. Axe.
All he did was pull that hatchet out of the stone. A simple act with a remarkable outcome. The Revelations realm. There was no way back. Whatever this mysterious place was, he had to push on.
Yeah.
The weight of the hatchets in his hands brought some comfort.
There's got to be some kind of role. They just haven't taught it to me yet. But I'm getting a feeling that I will enjoy the way this feels. Might even get a jump as well.
Called, his voice muffled by the thick, static air. Please.
Yeah, this does it for me.
Where are you?
Reminds me a little bit of like Death's Door as well.
He then felt despair.
Death's Door and Bloodroots.
That only the truly alone know.
So this is keeping good company. Is it called Bloodroots? The Canadian developed game that we played a while back, where you have to pick up weapons and use them.
By otherworldly rocks and glowing tentacles. The blades of the man's hatchets were sharp. The man didn't know if the creature were
This
friend
game is
or
incredibly
foe,
artistic,
but
and
he
it's got
felt its pain.
some wonderful sound direction, some nice music. Like, I'm already immersed.
Was freeing the creature wise?
I'm already immersed.
Did not know, but empathy overrode his rational misgivings.
Okay, I have rescued the Birch Man.
The tree creature freed. The man approached. What happened? The man cried. Where have you taken me?
Calm yourself, human. Did you not want to leave that alien realm?
The tree leaned closer and introduced himself as All Seeds, a pomegranate tree. I don't know who I am, the man said. All Seeds pondered.
Others like me have been afflicted by a sickness. Help them, and I will return the favor.
All Seeds told the man to look for talisman stones, strange rocks.
I like
protruding
the way that
from
the narration
destroying the talisman
frames this
stones
as
would
a
free his
folk
kind.
story that's being told,
Then
and it's based on a poem, a folk story that
branch outwards, pointing
has been told, you know, from person to person, passed down. That connection is not lost on me. Hey, I got access to the hatchet in the overworld now.
The man could roll under low objects with ease.
There we go.
As he ran,
I have my roll. Yep. Okay. Hades. Hades, but without, like, the roguelike stuff. And that's the stuff I don't like about Hades, so... This is ticking all my boxes. If travel broadens the mind, I should be wise beyond compare. I have traveled mountains, braved jungles, and trudged through deserts, but all journeys must come to an end. Perhaps Mount Bistun will be the place I settle, where I build my abode. Is it suitable? After all, wisdom is knowing how little we know.
It appeared to be a diary entry, engraved into the stone.
I can't actually take it with me.
To whom it belonged was a mystery.
It's my diary, and I'm an amnesiac, so I don't realize that. I mean, that's just me spitballing. I don't have enough to go on yet.
Winding path, the man thought about everything that had befallen him. He worried about the nature of the sickness that all seeds had spoken of. How extensive was it? And how would it manifest itself? Little did he know that the answer to the latter question would begin to reveal itself a few steps further.
Ooh, tense. You're invincible to all damages while rolling. Right? It's combat time. Yup, knew it. I can only describe it as Hades-like. And that's okay by me. I had a feeling it would be. Based on the, like, how the camera's panned out, the vibe and feeling based on the narration. Like, Hades and Bastion. And then can I chip away at it? Yeah. Cool.
This must be one of Allseed's trees, the man thought, breathing hard after his encounter.
Oh, I was expecting another birch man who would talk to me.
Its vibrant leaves, embracing all but forgotten sunshine. What were those nasty little creatures? The man thought. Are they tainted by this sickness, or harbingers of it?
These must be like rock people, because they break into stone when I beat them. They're like rock goblins. It was more than a rock. It was a rock goblin. Woo! Rock goblin. Yeah, I see myself sticking with this one all the way through to the end, I think. Provided it doesn't do something really, like, horrible and nonsensy. Explore more to find the hidden items or find a new Canet gate.
Allseed's kin was released.
Is that the exit?
Night cast its veil over the land. The inevitability of dusk, the serene quiet of it, brought the man a sense of peace.
Oh, another diary. It seems I chose poorly. Mount Bistun appeared welcoming, but I have discovered strange, hostile creatures living here. They are small and easily dispatched, but there is a chilling hunger in their eyes. The sort of greed that can never be satisfied. What if we're writing and leaving these diaries as we're playing?
Creatures.
These are our diaries, and we're writing them in real time. Because we just met stone creatures. What else does this remind me of? The overworld in particular. Death's Door. Yeah, Death's Door, I think. I'm getting like a lot of Death's Door
was right.
from the environment.
There's a sickness afflicting nature. The talisman stones must be at the heart of it.
Like, I shouldn't be doing that. This is a brand new video game, and I'm saying it reminds me of this. It reminds me of that.
Defending them. So many questions.
But like, it reminds me of all these things in a good way.
Answers. And still, he didn't know who he was.
Didn't know who he was, but he didn't know who they were. Is that? Oh, that's Bad Religion, wasn't it? Them and us.
All Seeds was asleep. A huge pomegranate.
Tic-tac-toe. Welcome, Invader Tic-tac. Eat the pomegranate. Yes. Oh, he's getting a memory back.
The mountain, Farhad. You must dig. I need you here.
The hell is this? The Tale of Bistun. Hello Kitty Adventure is out. Yeah, but I didn't get a key for Hello Kitty Adventure.
Farhad. My name is Farhad.
So,
But
that's
who was
that.
that pained woman? And why did she ask what she did?
I remember now, my name is Farhad. Such solace in something so simple as a name, but still, that is all I recall. Who was that woman? Why does she want me to dig into the mountainside? Questions, questions, questions.
Does she want amethystine stones? Farhad wondered.
I believe Hello Kitty is simply a, we'll let you know when keys are available, not an actual you can request, I think. Which is why I haven't. Yeah, it's notify me when it's available. Oh, sorry. So judging by that logic, they won't be giving out keys on Keymailer. Oh, sorry. Which is a shame, because I really want to play it. Looks amazing.
Farhad found himself in the Celestial Revelations realm once more.
Celestial.
The desperate whisper echoed through the strange starscape, calling, beckoning.
The Celestial.
Farhad.
Farhad.
Could hear years of agony in those few words. Help me, Farhad, please. Show yourself, Farhad called into the twinkling black. Where are you? But if he was heard, the whisper didn't say.
Oh, we're rebuilding the statue that got destroyed. And this will recover a memory. Okay, I see how this works. These realms help us recover memories that were lost.
What do these statues mean? He wondered. One was of the mysterious woman in his hazy memory. She who pleaded with him to come to her. The other, no doubt, was Farhad himself.
How long is this game? I do not know. Let me see if that information has been given to me, because quite a bit has been given to me by the promoter. Let's see. It doesn't actually say. If I look it up on how long to be, and also Steam might help as well. They say 2.5 hours, 3 for completionist. We may as well see it through then. Hey, Sushi,
Was
how's it going?
she the key to his past?
Oh, Sushi's here, you know what that means.
Sushi-san.
Nighttime. I need that as a clip, so I can play it during live streams. Nighttime. I'll work on getting that as a clip.
As the statue brought down its hatchet, the white liquid flowed.
White liquid. Is that cum? ERB will never be given a code ever again from IMGN.PRO.
Could only hope that soon his
I'm taking this seriously. I'm enjoying this a lot so far. Milk. No. Oh, there's another version's been uploaded on YouTube somewhere. Cool.
But the guttural roar of some unseen creature terrified him far more.
The nighttime.
Something sinister was
Nighttime.
watching, waiting. But Farhad seemed to have one ally. Although Allseed's motivations were shrouded in mystery, he had come once again.
Good old Allseeds. Trust that guy. If I did a remix of them, well, that might be something that, you know, if I did a remix of them, then I could use that on the live stream.
What do you know of that place? Farhad asked Allseeds. A shiver passed through the tree's branches.
It is the realm of lost memories and forgotten souls.
When I bit the pomegranate, Farhad said, I had a vision. I was engraving, sculpting. Is that what I do? Am I a sculptor? Allseeds pondered.
I cannot say, but memories can be hewn from stone. Consider that. More of my kind are trapped. If you can help them, perhaps I can provide answers.
Yeah, sounds good.
Farhad turned to leave, but Allseeds held out a gnarled palm.
Be warned, though, human.
The great tree said,
A fearsome monster, a
Div.
lurks in the revelations.
Chinese New Year.
Bistun is its name. After the mountain on which you
I do have
now stand.
some alcohol. We could make a snake bite.
Away from it.
Celebrate Chinese New Year.
To live long enough to uncover the truth.
To be honest with you, I was planning to have a drink tonight, and then I bought a packet of like mixed candies that I've recorded for a Thrifty Foods on the Seka DRB channel.
Farhad stood back and admired the engraving.
And now I've had like really nasty sugar crash from that.
Despite
Oh, the door
Allseeds'
took us to a different place this time.
Farhad felt the seed of hope taking root in his breast. Although the path behind and before him was shrouded in darkness, now there was light enough to see his feet. All seeds had proven that it could help Farhad regain his memories. And although he didn't yet have all the answers, he had purpose. And what is anyone without purpose?
That's a very good question. What's my purpose? Your purpose is to carry the butter. Oh no. I've decided to explore Mount Bistun further and document my observations. Perhaps I can spare some poor soul my hardships. I'm engraving on stone tablets because those hideous little creatures tore apart my diary. Now they are stealing the tablets. Perhaps I am first to encounter them. I should name them. There is something ghoulish about them. Ghoulches. Ghoulches. Seems like an appropriate name.
A
Ghoulches.
fitting name for the greedy little creatures, Farhad thought.
Yeah, I'm now leaning even more towards this being Farhad's own diaries that we're finding. Would be nice to get like a ranged weapon or like a magic spell or something. Like to be able to throw the hatchet like a boomerang or something like that. I'm just worried this combat is going to get boring eventually. The Ghoulches are everywhere. Their numbers are growing, of that I'm sure. I need to defend myself, but first, I need to build an anvil, and then I will smith a weapon.
An anvil? Farhad's smithing skills were no match for his sculpting prowess, but he was confident he could improve his hatchets.
Yes, let's do it. Let's improve the hatches. The hatchets are open! Find a way to upgrade your weapon. I guess the anvil don't fall far from the tree.
Farhad's thoughts never wandered far from the lady in his memories, but her face eluded his grasp. Has such deranged laughter ever heralded anything good?
They're telling me that rolls make me invincible again. It's not the first time they've told me that. Yeah, new enemy type. Okay, let's go. So it's counterintuitive, but I have to roll into the attack. Now I know that. It's not so bad. It's got some enemy variety, and that is just the right time. That is just the right time to be dropping
from its broken form.
An enemy, a new enemy type. Just the right time. Just as I was saying, combat's gonna get dry. Dropped a new one. There's nothing natural about the creatures that plague this place, particularly the flying, cackling ones. I have named them Peries. Yesterday, I touched one of the purple stones. My hand went numb, heavy, and throbbed for hours.
Farhad realized that being light on his feet was the key to evading the Perry's projectiles. But
Perry's.
what new horrors
I touched the
awaited?
purple stone and I've become so numb. I can't feel a thing. Oh, is this our anvil? Ooh. New hatchet ability unlocked. Is this a ranged attack?
Farhad felt a new affinity with his hatchets, as though they were a part of him.
Yes! Ah! Oh! Baby! What did I say? Oh, you know, they need to introduce a new enemy type. Or, you know, they need to introduce a ranged attack. Not missing a beat. Not missing a beat. Is he an orc or a troll? He's a human. He's a human named Farhad. He's got a big, bushy, attractive beard.
Once again, night fell, as the last tree was cured of the blight. It was time to return to Allseeds.
I'm looking for any pots I may have missed. A wall that I can chisel away. There's nothing immediately apparent. Video game rule, is there something behind the waterfall? Nope. You always check, because in a lot of video games there is. That's so weird, Jacob. Like, that's so weird. I had a look at the fact that Spider-Man 2, you know, it launched on PC. I was curious about it. But not curious enough to drop, what is it, $64.99 on Steam. It's something ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for Spider-Man, but I'm not. Oh, $49.99. The special edition is $59.99. It's still a bit much. I got 40 quid in Steam credits, so if I bought it, it would be either a 10 or 20. And the reviews are all mostly negative. Well, they're mixed, but all I'm seeing is negatives, and they're all, it's crashing, it's crashing, it's crashing, error, 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 issue with GPU. So I think I'm going to have to pass on it for the time being. Alternatively, if Sony were to send me a key for it, then, yeah. I'd be more interested in trying it, but all the time it's going to cost me that much money. Not a chance. Allseeds, give me one of your pomegranates, baby. I'm ready to get pomegranated up. Take, eat. This is my pomegranate that I shed for you. Do this in memory of me. So we poured some milk. We kept sheep. Lived in a castle? Made a... What, like a milkwaduct? He built a milkwaduct. Hey, Johnny.
Shireen.
Shireen. She's Shireen. Of the Tale of Farhad and Shireen. It's all making sense now.
Farhad's heart felt ready to burst out of his chest. Shireen, the name of the woman he loved.
My princess, my love, where are you? Are you in pain? Your voice will be my guide. I will find you. Even this mountain dare not stand in my way. Okay. Piano break. I haven't watched a movie yet. But I did watch 4 episodes of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex yesterday. So I'm going to focus on anime. Or just in general, I think the important thing is just watching more stuff, full stop. And maybe I can work my way back up to movies. But I watched 4 episodes of standalone complex. I'm going to continue watching that. And then, of course, there's Birdcage of Horrors next week and the week after. And then we'll have completed... Da-da-da! I got a notification! I wonder what's so fucking important. What do you want to share with the class? Oh... Can I turn off notifications? Tab settings. Notifications off. These Twitter groups. Group admins can pin posts, and when they do, get a notification for it. And I don't really care for the pin posts in groups.
But God had forsaken this place.
Yeah, Twitter
and
groups.
A demonic creature made it its home.
Demonic creature, huh?
Something, perhaps the ominous roar, had activated the talisman stones. The hoopoe, Farhad's thankless guide, was trapped.
The bird is the hoopoe.
Farhad couldn't help but dwell on Allseed's dire warning.
Beware the Div,
Bistun.
if you value your life. was in grave danger.
The new God of War may be set in Egypt. Why not just make it something new? Set in Egypt. Why has it got to be God of War? Or is it because God of War sells?
Farhad found his attention drawn to the floating island pierced by menacing light. He could remember nothing about it, but somehow...
I am so tired, and it is just the sugar. And the early morning. And the 2 weeks of getting up for a course. I just know tomorrow morning I'm gonna be, you know, laying in. It would still sell well if it was set in a vape shop in Grimsby. I'd play that! I would so play that! Beware the deep.
Freed the hoopoe, but flap as it might, it struggled to fly. He tried to cradle the bird in his hands, but it evaded his gentle grasp. Perhaps all Seed's embrace would cure the bird of its injuries. If only it could do the same for Farhad.
You should not return to that cursed place.
Seeds rumbled. Farhad shook his head. I must have answers, he said. I have to find Shireen. All Seeds sighed. A sound like the wind rustling through leaves.
But I must.
I'm so sorry, Shireen, Farhad muttered under his breath. It pained him that he could ever have forgotten his love. What has done this to me, he thought. 1,000 thoughts and fears vied for supremacy in Farhad's head. But all coalesced into
Someone needs to mod that into the PC version of God of War.
had to find Shireen. Thankfully, it seemed all
Ooh.
Seeds had
5
healed
combat
the hoopoe's wounds.
segments in this area.
The little bird darted from one perch to another with a grace that brought a smile to Farhad's lips.
Yeah. David Beckham dressed up as a banana needs to be added to God of War on PC.
But it was the lukewarm smile of a troubled man.
God of War set in modern time. So what you're describing there is very close to Darksiders, and I think that's why I like Darksiders 1 so much. There's a game I should go back to. Give another chance. This is really just atmospheric. I like this. I've discovered that the talisman stones mostly appear around particular trees. Why, I do not know. I feel compelled to protect nature. The plague cannot be allowed to spread beyond the mountain. I've heard of an ancient temple nearby that may hold a solution.
The mention
Yeah, Hogs of War is,
Farhad's curiosity.
I think it featured, like, the voices of, like, Eric Idle and Rick Mail. It was I can only really describe it as a 3D take on Worms. A 3D take on the Worms gameplay. I've not played it. They did remaster it or re-release it in recent years, but the visuals were not very good. From what I've heard, it was ugly and it completely misunderstood. What people liked so much about the original. All these enemies are stone, which says to me that, like, Bistun... Not Bistun. Our guy's name is Farhad. That Farhad might have, actually made these monsters somehow. It's possible he has more to do with them. And first appears.
Another of those cursed arenas. Just how far had the blight spread?
Oh,
Farhad's
man.
resolve. If he didn't act, there may be no world left to recall.
Looked like somewhere I could enter. I'm hoping that the new Sony management, the Japanese management, will actually respect their IPs. And more than anything, their historic IPs that are just left there doing nothing. Parappa, Patapon, Loco Roco, Ape Escape, Siphon Filter.
As he carved, Farhad's memories of Shireen grew stronger. He cherished each as the bee treasures nectar and vowed to never forget her again.
I thought so. I noticed that the area for the water extends. I noticed things like that, but I'm not saying push a patch for that. That would be an excessive reason to push a patch. New enemy type. When I see Big, I think Big Ben. That's like a different company, Big Ben Interactive. I think they did some driving games, but I can't remember which ones off the top of my head. That's two.
The enemies are growing in might and stature, Farhad realized. The blight must be worsening. His train of thought was interrupted. A sweet scent found its way to him on the gentle breeze. It seemed to be coming from the temple ruins.
A sweet scent. Yeah, the problem with the language used in that headline and that quote is it doesn't actually guarantee anything, which is like the director of the Dynasty Warriors series said, you know, I would love to do a Star Wars Dynasty Warriors. It's been like 4 or 5 years since anybody can make a Star Wars game. Anybody can, you know, request the Star Wars license. We haven't seen a Star Warriors yet. I'm very disappointed. This cursed place will be the death of me. Yesterday, one of the demonic hairy creatures, Deevch, I have dubbed them, struck me in the chest with its stick. It was agony. It felt as if my heart was trying to leap from her chest. Bleeding profusely, I came across a temple, abandoned. I slumped to the ground, dejected and prepared to meet God. When I touched a large stone ring in the statue, it shone before the darkness closed in. Against all hope, I awoke. My wound still throbs, but somehow it has stopped bleeding.
Does the large stone ring the author described hold some power? Farhad wondered.
I could use some power right now. Examine the statue of the lady with the branch. New weapon? Yo, forget hatchets. We've got an actual pickaxe now. I don't have affinity with it yet. Huh. Some... That's fun. The culling is having a field day right now. With that mountain.
The pickaxe's handle was carved from the fragrant branch of a pomegranate tree. Have I used this before? Farhad wondered. The feel of the pickaxe in a strong hand suggested the answer.
Can I switch between weapons? Not yet. Maybe the game will introduce a situation where I might want to use the hatchets instead. But just as I was getting used to using my R1 attack, game took it away. Alright, just double check, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any pots over here. Not that I'm going for a completionist run, but if I grab everything I see from chimpanzee to chimpanzee, I'll probably get a trophy or two. Although I do have trophy notifications turned off on this profile. No trophies. Interesting. No trophies yet. Now I do. Right? Yeah. Oh, 16 earned. It just wasn't updating. Yeah, I was about to say, I should have had some by now. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're all hidden, because it's a story-driven game. Oh, I'm really digging this. So, this is available on Steam, PlayStation 5, where we're playing it here, and Nintendo Switch, I believe. So, a nice swath of platforms that it's available for. I assume, based on the fact that this is developed with the Nintendo Switch in mind, that the PC version should be Steam Deck compatible. I don't know for certain, but it strikes me as the kind of game that would be. How do I get around there? I want those pots. Maybe I have to remove all the blight in this area first.
Rahad sucked in deep breaths to recover his energy. But despite his exertions, he realized he was humming the broken notes of some long-forgotten song.
I'm counting the stars in your eyes, forgetting you ever told me lies. Don't know where I'm going from or where I'm going to. Move, baby. He was humming the notes to the song once again by Ragsy Music. Incredible, said Fahad. I forgot that song existed. Oh, hello, mate. Let's read that message. Some people seems to think that due to getting a new PlayStation CEO, no more games as service. Oh no, the games as service games that are in development, they're not going to drop them all. They're going to focus on the ones they think will make them money. So Fair Games, whatever Project Gummy Bears is, they're going to focus on the ones they think are going to make them money.
Formed in Farhad's stomach. Those were royal soldiers, he thought. But they seemed mindless. Could the sickness affecting nature have spread to humans, too? The notion struck Farhad with fear.
And going back, because there was that area earlier that was blocked off. Over here. That now should be clear. To the right, there was an area with some pots that was blocked, and now we can get to it. It has been days since I touched the stone ring, but it weighs heavily on my mind. I found a ruined book in the temple called the Ring of Zavar's Sign, the divine sigil of Anahita. She is the goddess of earth's water and protector of women. The temple also talks about a tree with healing leaves and fruit.
A smile touched Farhad's lips, for he was well acquainted with those wondrous trees.
A smile touched Farhad's lips. Who touched my lips? What do you mean, who touched you? Everyone touched you. Someone touched my lips. PlayStation's not going to chuck away things that they've put absolute millions into unless they are almost certain those things are going to fail. As long as there is some chance that their games as service titles are going to make money, they're going to keep them alive. Sony will not be dropping games as a service altogether, because every company knows that if they just get that one title that becomes the next Fortnite, they got a money spinner forever. How can he call himself a ruler when he has lost control of all of his kingdom? He silences or exiles any critic, as I'm all too keenly aware. And now the Gariban Var's soldiers are acting aggressively, irrationally. They seem inhuman. If the plague has affected them too, then we are in more danger than I could have imagined.
Something about the name Gariban Vars sent a shudder through Farhad. But why? He could not remember.
Oh, that's right. Gariban Vars.
Farhad's fears settled into a crushing depression. Wherever he went, he encountered only forgotten destruction, like a battlefield long after the fighting is ended. Why is nobody trying to stop?
All right, I was meant to come back this way, but there was a different way to come here. So it was a good job I went the right way back, because there was a collectible I would have missed. Pick another pomegranate. I thought you wouldn't ask. Now, a bell crashed into the statues before. I struggle to eat a pomegranate. Okay, I'm going to ask you then, Johnny. What's the best way to eat a pomegranate? Do you eat the seeds as well? Or is there a way to get the fruit off the seeds? Do you just suck on the seeds until the fruit's gone and then spit all the seeds out? Like, what's the correct way to eat a pomegranate? Oh, it's the bird. The hoopoe. That's the fruits. Ah. They seem so seed-like. I'll have to get one, and
I'd been with him since he awoke.
I'm gonna have to get another one and try it.
Prisoners, he wondered.
I saved the hoopoe, but why not the others? Could it be that my Shirin was among them? No, it cannot be. I would never have left her. Not unless Shirin got affected by this blight and we had to put an end to her somehow. That would be very sad.
All Seed's stern warning sharpened Farhad's senses as he entered the Revelations realm once more.
I don't know about the rest of you. I'm really immersed in this. But I had a feeling I would be. That's why I requested a key for it. Because I had a feeling I would be. Extra crunchy but edible. Right. Okay. I gotta get me a pomegranate. I gotta get me a pomegranate tomorrow. I'll be heading to a couple of supermarkets tomorrow, maybe. So
The whisper interrupted his thoughts.
I'll keep an eye out for some pomegranates. Alright, take care, Jacob. My hands! My leg!
Swallowed a lump in his throat. He could feel eyes upon him.
Can't take it.
You can take it, and you will take it. You will
The imprisoned whisper.
take my seed. My old seeds. All my seeds. Rolling it in a counter, then quartering it. Like rolling it around. Kind of like how you get the,
His thoughts of
I'm just gonna call it the albumin out of the eggplant.
that swept
You like
away his fears.
roll the eggplant and squeeze it, and then you cut the top off it. Squeeze, and the white sort of yolky insides of the eggplant come out. Cross the bridge to the fortress.
Amidst the pealing bells, Bistun's roars grew louder, closer. But the fortress of Oblivion beckoned.
Fortress of Oblivion.
The path to his love was open, and so he ran.
Talk to all seeds. Don't go to that fortress, young boy. You have your life ahead of you.
What did I say?
All Seeds growled.
We must leave now!
But the whisper! She needs my help! Farhad pleaded. All Seeds scowled.
Anyone in that infernal place is already...
The great tree broke off. Time had run out.
Oh. This is the Deej, whatever his name is. The Deeve.
Farhad awoke to darkness, as thick and foreboding as a moonless night. Am I?
No. You're not. Am I? Never say die. Never say die. Never say die.
No. He was still in the Revelations realm, but a forgotten, shattered part of it.
This part of the realm, he remembered his 12th birthday. And the girl he loved turned him down in front of everyone.
Bistun's terrifying appearance sent a shiver down Farhad's spine.
The Bistun
Wonder they named a mountain
has a very similar appearance to Farhad, though.
And leave here. He clenched his fists and cursed his stubbornness. I should have listened, he muttered. Allseeds was right. And now he feared he would pay the price for his obstinacy. I have failed you, my love, he whispered into the darkness. Lost in his thoughts. At first, Farhad didn't notice the statues lining his path.
I like this. This is like a narration game done right.
Farhad battling the enemies.
I find games like Thomas Was Alone pretentious, but this does it the right way. Like, it doesn't feel pretentious. It doesn't feel full of itself. It's not condescending towards the player. It just has a story it wants to tell, and it's telling it. And it's telling it well.
What does this mean? He thought. Who sculpted statues of my demise? What cruelty is this? Farhad demanded of the lifeless statues, but they offered no answer. Farhad swallowed a lump in his throat. This one was unfamiliar.
Allseeds! Allseeds!
We have to go, Farhad said. Allseeds smiled. His voice was thin, a breeze rustling through leaves.
To kill mountain must build new.
Farhad gripped Allseed's amethystine heart. Tears stung his eyes. He sacrificed himself to send me back, he realized. One last time. Bistun's mighty fingers had snuffed out the candle of hope. A great weariness overcame Farhad. He needed to rest, close his eyes. And what better place than beside the statue of the woman he had failed? Farhad, wake up. A commanding, unfamiliar voice said, "Wake up and follow me."
That Hoopo? Can Hoopo speak?
Who said that? Farhad wondered. And why has the Hoopo taken Allseed's heart?
World of Final Fantasy's down to 739 on Steam. It's my kind of price for it. But I know it has DLC that's not included in that price.
It is good to finally speak to you, Farhad, the Hoopoe said. I am the goddess Anahita. Anahita explained that she had been under a spell of silence cast by Bistun. She could speak again with the aid of the magic hidden inside all seeds for so long. The magic contained within his amethystine heart. Of course, Farhad had many questions. I will explain later, Anahita said. She told Farhad to follow her trail once again. Build an anvil, Anahita instructed. Trust me.
Build an anvil.
Change his weapon at will.
I had a feeling that would be a feature.
Anahita said. We will talk on the way.
World of Final Fantasy. Yeah, there's a complete edition. 12. No. What's in the Square Enix Lunar sale? On sale. Got. 12.49. No, maybe. Collection of Saga is very tempting. No, too much. No, too much. No. I'd be more willing to put down coin on Square Enix games if they weren't so shit about giving me keys. Now, almost everything here that I would play is available on PS4 for a fraction of the cost secondhand. Like, I was like, ooh, Valkyrie Elysium. Then I looked at it, £20. I bought that on PS4 for $8.
Farhad asked. The goddess explained what she knew. Allseed's heart was the key to the Revelations realm.
Right.
To the fortress of Oblivion.
Okay.
But without the tree itself, the heart's magic had waned. My temple bears a holy sign, Anahita said. It may be able to restore the heart's magical power.
Okay. Also looks like we've got, what, 7 combat scenes here? How do I switch weapon? Says I can swap it at will. The pain waxes and wanes, but it never leaves me. I showed a physician the wound last night and told her about the rare tree I seek. There is a glimpse of truth in every myth, she said, and handed me a large old book called the Book of Kings. It spoke of the most epic and mythical tree of them all, the World Pillar, the Erd Tree. The World Tree. Yggdrasil. Located in the middle of the Caspian Sea. It seems my quest will take me to the north of Persia.
Have you seen the World Pillar? Farhad asked Anahita. Once, the goddess replied. An old friend of mine lives in its branches.
My friend is a bird because I'm a bird. Right, okay. It says I can change at will, but I have to be at one of these to do it. So it's not really changing at will, is it? You can just mash. Like there's nothing to the pickaxe. The pickaxe is just mash. That's funny. No, my words to the developers are, please don't patch that. Please don't patch this. The pickaxe is beautiful. I love it. Please do not patch it.
What are you a goddess of? Farhad asked. And why are you helping me? Anahita ruffled her feathers. I'm a guardian, the protector of women. I'm helping you to atone for my past mistakes. With that, she fell silent and would not explain.
Shirin is dead. Anybody in that cursed place is already dead, including your girlfriend. Yeah. I'm confident. An upgrade for the hatchets, huh? Should I give him a spin? New hatchet chain moves unlocked. It's put the hatchets in my hand anyway. Yeah, I can't change back. Lizard. Lizard. I actually tried to touch the lizard by pressing the touchpad. And I was like, why would that work? Of course it wouldn't work. Well, we'll give those new moves a go. Well, I can sort of mash it. It's not quite as effective. I'm not keen on it. I think I'll switch back to the pickaxe. I like the ranged attack, but I much prefer the pickaxe's combos. So I'm going to switch back to the pickaxe, which was this way. That's much more my speed.
A thought suddenly occurred to Farhad.
Uh-huh.
He asked Anahita if she too had heard the whisper in the Revelations realm. You're not insane, if that's what you're asking, she said.
That isn't what I asked. I asked if you had heard the whisper.
Do you recall the moment you fell in love? Anahita asked. It was when she gave me her earrings for building the milk canal. Farhad said. I had not dared hope her kindness could match her beauty.
It's pretty. I really like this game's art style specifically. Like, the aesthetics are really nice. I was skeptical in the initial screenshots, but then I got... I'm gonna name another game now. I got, like, New Men Contest of Heroes? Is that what it's called? Vibes? Except that game's more sort of, like, Egyptian themed. Is it called New Men Contest of Heroes? Yeah, New Men Contest of Heroes. Got, like, New Men Contest of Heroes vibes from the art style. It's like the solid lighting, the thick shadows, the... like, the quality texture work. This game is pretty old, though. I'm surprised that's still available on, you know, to purchase on Steam, considering it's so old. 2010. Yeah, like, I get, like, New Men vibes from this.
Why were you in the Dark Realm? Farhad
Except New Men
asked
was more
Anahita.
sort of like an actual
I sought
RPG,
the
like a
source
Western
of the
RPG with,
whispers, she replied.
like, quests.
Once
This is a
there were
linear,
many,
story-driven
but
game,
they
so...
all faded away.
It's a
All
different
save
kind of
one.
game, but a similar
The
kind of
deed
feel.
captured me before I could enter the fortress, Anahita said. I became trapped as a hoopoe, unable to speak.
Hey! And keeps gaming! The man, the myth, the legend. The one true prophet. One who has come to save us all. Lofty goals. I'm gonna be mankind's savior one day. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's the way to look at it. Hey, sus sunshine. Dun-dun.
Enemies in my way, and different ones, Farhad thought. If only I had Anahita's wings.
If only I had Anahita's wings. If only I had Anahita's childbearing hips. Yelby, shut the fuck up. So something interesting happened to someone I watch. Ooh, drama! What's up? Oh, interesting.
Farhad asked
That's kinda
Anahita
scary.
what she meant by atoning for past mistakes. The goddess sighed. I was tasked with giving the holy sign to the just ruler. I gave it to the wrong person. Chaos spread through Persia. I was cast out.
Yeah, you might wanna hold off. like doing any more Smash mods and just seeing how it goes, because it could be someone didn't like them and is pretending to be Nintendo to cause problems, i.e. what happened to She Says when he covered Animal Crossing. It could be because Nintendo uses automated AI tools to deal with law-related matters, and it could be that happening with this particular YouTuber. It could be automated. It could be automatic. This person you watched, did they get covered by, like, Kotaku or, like, a big website? Because then that's risky. I can find neither the rare healing tree nor the world pillar. I am met with derision everywhere I go. Everyone believes them to be myths. Most just mock. But some throw rocks at me like I'm some sort of low-life vagabond. They're as bad as the stone-throwing Velgard. We'll let them laugh and jeer. The idle will always be envious of the enterprising. My only fear is how people would react if they see my wound.
So he called the rock-throwing creatures Velgard. Farhad muttered. Anahita squawked. Yes, irksome cowards.
You can look into it and say, Nintendo is going after Smash Brothers related content. There is a Smash Brothers launching with the Switch 2. That's one way you can look at it. Like, if that creator managed to cover a Smash mod that adds a character that's going to be in the new Smash, I could see Nintendo going after that. Faithful Otaku.
Did you tell her how you feel? Anahita said. No.
Scary.
But I... Farhad stuttered and felt his cheeks burn.
You say so small, but you're 4 times my size, which, you know. You're 4 times as big as me. Classic mode with mods. It's such a weird thing to go after, isn't it? Because you're not... Like, they're not hurting the Smash Brothers brand. They're not hurting the Nintendo brand. People aren't watching it and going, oh yeah, that's real Smash Brothers. They know it's mods. They know it's not official. That's the thing, right? Like, they don't have a leg to stand on from the point of view of, oh, you're confusing consumers. Consumers aren't that stupid. Like, they weren't selling mods, were they? Like, they weren't, like... It's tricky. Like, in terms of how I feel, Nintendo should never go after content like that. Like, that's how I feel. The how I feel is they shouldn't. But I'm fairly aware they can. I'm fairly sure that they have the power to go after said content if they want to. They have the legal rights, so to speak. But that doesn't make it any better. Like, regardless of whether they have the legal right or not, it feels wrong to me. Yeah, I would drop the Smash content while it's risky. Because I don't want you to lose your channel. Like, what happened? Did the creator get 3 strikes? Like, 3 separate strikes? That's... When that happens, that's cold. That's cold. That's calculated. That's deliberate. That's sending a message. Yes, please. Because I want to take a look at that. Because if it's Smash mods today, who's to say it's not Mario 64 mods tomorrow? In which case, you know, I have streams of Mario content that did quite well, that were mods.
You have nothing to be sorry about,
You know,
the goddess replied.
am I going to be in the firing line for Doki Doki Mario
defenseless.
64
I had nothing
or
until all
Chaos
seeds gave me a
Mario?
branch, and I built a weapon, the pickaxe. Farhad surmised. It is yours. Anahita shook her head. No, it is yours.
It might be time to, you know, just drop the Nintendo content for a while. I mean, to be fair, these days I barely play any Nintendo anyway. Just as a safety. It's just the problem is, Mario is so popular, you know, and the stuff like Sonic, etc. does really well when it's on Nintendo platforms. Because that's what people are into. So it's... I think if it comes to protecting your channel, maybe staying away from Nintendo stuff for a while might be a good shout. There's Sonic, you know, I saw that you've been doing the
I don't think I have thanked you for
the
your help,
replay streams of like Sonic
Farhad
Heroes.
said, shame burning his cheeks. When all seeds died, I lost all hope. I thought my journey was over. Anahita cocked her head
Losing his channel
and stared
someday.
at Farhad. You have been through much, the goddess said. But I fear many trials still lie ahead.
That's crushing. Like, nobody deserves to have that happen to them. It's specifically like I remember I'm gonna bring up a certain YouTuber you used to be obsessed with, Sushi. A certain female cat-eared streamer. I vaguely recall them doing a stream where they painted a nude Princess Peach. And Nintendo had them take that stream down. So Nintendo have always been protective of their IPs. Like, they've always been protective. They can't see unlisted streams. Correct. If it's not in a playlist, it's not publicly accessible. Nintendo would have to specifically get in contact with YouTube and ask for that information. They'd have to, like, essentially subpoena it, so to speak. So, in that situation, if you're doing them unlisted, it's highly unlikely Nintendo will hear about them, unless somebody from your Discord leaks that information to Nintendo. An unlisted playlist is fine if the playlist is public, or if it's an unlisted playlist that was created before the unlisted settings were updated. So if you go back into your YouTube history, like a certain way back, and you find something that's unlisted, it may say unlisted security security protections not in place or not up to date or something like that with a warning. If you see that when you're going through old unlisted content, what that means is you need to set that to private, and then you need to set that to unlisted again, and it will use the updated unlisted security settings.
Farhad said.
It's because certain content got indexed.
Anahita replied. Come, we must be close to my temple now.
Certain unlisted content got indexed. Because it was in... basically, what would happen would be a member of the public would go, oh, wow, this video is really good. They'd add it to a public playlist. And then you would then go later date, okay, I want to set this video unlisted. At that point, it was already in somebody's public playlist. So all the, like, indexing websites, they still had, like, an index for that video. So they changed the unlisted settings after a while so you couldn't. Yeah, so Vlad, I'll give you the cliff notes on this. Tale of Bistun. Story-driven gameplay, gripping tale inspired by the Persian epic Khosrow and Shirin. The Tale of Bistun follows an amnesiac stone-carver on his journey up the slopes of the intimidating Mount Bistun. He'll have to battle legions of monstrous foes using fast-paced melee combat and powerful magical abilities as he explores the real world and the mysterious place of forgotten memories known as the Revelations Realm in search of answers. All the while, a mysterious voice encourages him to keep going, recounting his every step and keeping close tabs on his quest through these beautiful but blight-infested lands. I think this game would really appeal to you, not just on the Persian myth, but I think you'll also get, like... I think you'll get something out of it mechanically as you watch it running, because I know that you are nuts about, like, the inner mechanics of games. This is a Unity game. It's got a very, very nice art style. And I'm enjoying it very much. It's available on PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC Steam. I'm playing it on PS5 here, but it's going to be much the same across all three platforms. Finally, I found it, the World Pillar. It is the tallest, most majestic thing I have ever seen. It towers above the trees surrounding it, all of which will bear the most succulent fruits. It is said one can find the seeds of all plants in the world here. Now I shall rest and have my fill. Ah, what is that sweet smell? Is that not the scent of pomegranates? Let me have a look to see if it is Steam Deck verified. Steam Deck compatibility unknown. It's probably fine. It'll probably run on Proton just fine. It's a Unity game. Let me type deck. Devs, why are you trying to DMCA your own Steam community page? What? It's alright, they're not DMCAing people who play their games, so it's fine. Someone's farming clown points. There's a version on Epic Games that has a black screen. Well, the mistake was you bought it on Epic Games.
Ha! Pomegranates. Perhaps all seeds came from the World Pillar, Farhad mused.
I'm loving this so far.
Farhad gazed upon the sigil with wonder and fear. Is that the holy sign? Yes and no, Anahita said.
The answer is yes and
this
no.
One of many. It is based
Team
on the
Mario
design
versus
that
Team
Ormazd
DBZ
gave me.
Squad Strike.
Ormazd was
SSBU
not a
mods
name
quickly.
Farhad was familiar with. Ahura
Team
Mazda,
Mario versus Team
the Lord
DBZ
of
Squad
Wisdom,
Strike.
Anahita clarified. Suddenly, Anahita spoke with great fervor. Now
I've seen
my
that recently.
temple
Did
is
somebody
safe.
upload it
We
to
can use this to finish what we started.
Internet Archive? Oh. No, that's risky. Like, it's all well and good. Faithful Otaku has re-uploaded the offending video as members-only content. That's risky. Why do I swear I've seen this clip uploaded to Internet Archive? No, it wasn't.
Farhad refused to acknowledge what he
I don't know. Putting an offending video behind a paywall.
It appeared that he had already been to the Fortress
No.
of Oblivion, but he had emerged alone.
My immediate thought is this fake? Like, my immediate thought is, okay, is this person pretending to be copyright struck so they then put it behind a paywall to get people to pay? Probably not the case, but, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. Not during live stream though. Oh look. Ugh. Shush. My channel is under attack, and by my book.
How could I have left Shirin to her suffering?
I don't like that.
He thought.
Yeah.
Took hold.
Look, I don't know the situation, so I can't say outright this is how it is. But my channel's under attack. You could watch the offending video by paying me money. Buy my book. Suspicious. But I'm not saying there's anything going on there. I'm just saying that is the vibe I get when I drive by 6 people and 5 I hit. So I'm curious. I'll have to look into it because I believe in the good in people. I'm sure that this person would not lie about having takedowns. I'm sure they would not lie. But it's like, I'm losing my channel in 3 days. Well, we'll call their bluff then. What happens in 3 days? But that's the thing. Nobody's getting, like, claimed by Nintendo yet. That's why I don't want to say outright that that's the case.
Anahita said.
Like I said, I want to believe in the good in people. That maybe Nintendo is doing dodgy shit. If they are, what would be Nintendo's reason for blocking a video that features Mario fighting against Goku in Smash Brothers? I'd like to think it's the next Smash Brothers featuring non-video game characters. Because when Smash Brothers Ultimate came out, I said, well, it's Namco Bandai, right? It's Namco Bandai. They have all these anime licenses. Why don't they make a version of Jump superstars on the Smash Brothers engine. Maybe that's what they're doing.
His brow.
Maybe it's about to get announced.
Should we not have gone to the
At
Revelations
a Nintendo
room?
thing.
He asked. Yes, Anahita replied. But the holy sign revealed something unexpected. Allseed's heart was a memory stone. It holds a memory like a sponge holds water. Anahita explained.
Ooh.
Like the ones you have excavated in Mount Bistun. But the engraving on Allseed's heart was incomplete. They needed to find the last temple to fully restore the memory.
I am really liking this game. Like, a lot. This is everything I look for in a...
What do you know about these?
I'm just gonna say, in a Bastion clone. This is everything I look for in a Bastion clone.
Farhad asked. Better I show you, Anahita said, with great trepidation. Farhad took his pickaxe to Mount Bistun.
Reasons why it would happen to a channel that only has 13k views, 13k subscribers. Reasons that I can think of. Reason number one, they made a very specific video that features something that's going to be in the next Smash Brothers / there will be another Smash Brothers, and they did something similar in their video. That's number one, that it could be. Number two, they have done egregious monetization of Smash Brothers mods to the point where Nintendo has got involved. Or their mods have been featured on a website and the automated AI legal stuff, Nintendo's going after them. And reason number three, somebody who doesn't like them flagged them en masse to Nintendo through their legal tip-off page. Those are the three reasons I can think of why somebody with 13k views is getting targeted and not so 13k subscribers and not someone with 333k subscribers. Like, it's strange. It's memory time. I have been inside the Fortress of Oblivion. But how? And why did I emerge alone? All the answers must be in that infernal place. We going back there? This is risky. This is risky for a chocolate biscuit.
The goddess spoke a word beyond Farhad's understanding.
Good. I've done my job then. If I have guaranteed a sale of this, I've done my job.
Returning to the Revelations realm brought a lump to Farhad's throat. Dread shuddered down his spine. We shouldn't be here, he said. The Div, Bistun, it will... It cannot hurt us, Anahita interrupted. Trust me.
I trust Anahita. Anahita, yeah. I like the way she talks to me, yeah.
Anahita was right. Bistun pounded against the red mist, but could not force its way through. Anahita became animated. I have found the key to the memory stone, she said. She told
I'm weak to an immersive, nice-looking action game.
Oblivion. What does that mean? Farhad asked.
Good music,
The key to Allseed's
excellent
heart,
voice acting.
the goddess said. It is where
It-
our friend now
All my boxes are ticked. Like, this has all the things I look for in a game like this. I would allow the player to sprint and roll in this area, though. That's something I would change. Allow me to roll and sprint. in the realm of revelations.
Is that you? Farhad asked Anahita. Anahita's voice was quiet and strained. Yes, this is the memory of my imprisonment.
All right. Well, take care and continue being careful, at least for the short term. It doesn't hurt to be careful. Ah, here it is.
The engraving featured 3 people. On the right was Anahita in human form. On the left, Farhad's love, Shirin. But who is the man in the middle? Farhad asked.
That is you.
Anahita sighed. My greatest mistake.
That's me.
Farhad staggered as the earth growled and shuddered beneath his feet. The beast, caged for now, was banging on the bars with blows so mighty they crossed realms. We
Damn,
have
this game's good.
Bistun's attention, Anahita said. You must confront it. I'm not ready, Farhad said. How can I defeat such a creature? Anahita spread a wing. Look around. Look at what you've created. How far you've come. There is greater strength inside you than you care to acknowledge. Fear is inevitable, but you must not let it control you. If you do, then you have already lost. Follow me, Anahita continued. I owe you answers.
Oh. So they had a proper localization done. Not just like machine translated.
He is my great mistake, Anahita said. I chose him, and I chose
But that's
poorly.
us.
How does this help me defeat Bistun? Farhad asked. Anahita sighed. You still have much to learn, human. Patience, for one. Everything has a weakness, the goddess said. Humans, Div, even gods. But before Anahita could say what Bistun's weakness was, she told Farhad they first had to address his.
Oh, was Bistun given... Right, Bistun was given... Shirin's hand in marriage.
The usurpers of my... Anahita trailed off. Wait, someone is nearby.
Hello.
Farhad blinked. His jaw dropped. He couldn't believe who stood before him. She was more graceful than a swan, more beautiful than a moonlit
She's alive.
lake. Farhad knew he should have felt only relief at seeing Shirin safe. But to his great shame, his happiness was tinged with chagrin. He had dreamed of saving her from imprisonment, yet here she stood. How did you escape? Farhad eventually said, his voice trembling. Escape, Shirin said, with furrowed brow. Why would I need to escape my castle? I have been there since you built the milk canal. But, you whispered to me, Farhad began. You are not well, Farhad, Shirin said. I have come to plead with you to stop this madness. But Shirin, my love, I do all this for you.
Huh?
Shirin cast down her eyes. I am sorry if I have misled, but you must know, I do not love you. With those words, the bottom dropped out of Farhad's world. But he had no time to brood.
What? The fuck?
Ita said, she is in grave danger. Forget her harsh words. Prove that you are worthy of her affection.
Oh, I can run in this realm. Oh, wait, no. No. I can roll, but I can't run. I feel like this is going to be a boss battle.
And though Farhad was frightened, his mind racing, he knew what had to be done.
Yeah. There was a Steam thread about that. Oh, that was a different voice. Get him to attack one of these bells. Aha. Right, okay. I have to dodge, kill all the enemies, destroy one of these.
Her wings with excitement. The bell would not peal. Her small eyes brimming with sorrow. Anahita caught Farhad's despairing stare. Save her, the goddess
Yes,
said.
so it was the person they mentioned in the
As
Steam.
grave as mine.
They made this game specifically for you. There's that if you build it, they will come mentality, right? Build the game you would want to play, and there will be an audience of like-minded people, just like you, that will want to play.
Anahita fought hard, but could not withstand the Diev's might. Farhad wept, for he had lost another friend to Bistun. Despite Shirin's cruel rebuff, Farhad longed to help her, but he could make no sense of her injuries. He gripped Allseed's amethystine heart as the drowning man clutches the rope. I failed you, he whispered to the stars. Please, show me what to do. And then, a memory floated to the surface. A single word, oblivion.
Huh? Or, we're at a boss. Don't do this to me.
Don't give up, Farhad pleaded. Stay with me. Farhad cradled her in his arms, as if she were made of porcelain.
Porcelain, 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 porcelain. Porcelain, 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 porcelain. You're made of porcelain. You're made of porcelain. You're made of porcelain. Okay. Sorry, it was just the line. Cradled her as if she was made of porcelain. I had no choice but to spin around in circles. It was necessary for the sake of comedy.
Home, Princess, Farhad whispered. The rain ran down his craggy face in rivulets, masking his tears. Perhaps you do not love me, he said, sobbing. But I fought a mountain for you, and I put trusting friends in harm's way. And selfish as it may be, I would do it all again.
We didn't defeat the Div. We're already rescuing her.
As Farhad walked, Shirin started murmuring. Farhad leaned close. She whispered but a single word.
Oblivion.
Khosrow. Suddenly, it all made sense to Farhad. The stone carving. The two were the perfect couple. The king of Persia and the princess of Armenia. How could a lowly sculpture question such a union?
I like a game like this every once in a while.
Suddenly, Farhad ground his teeth as a great fury washed over him. Not at Shirin, or even Khosrow, but at himself. What was I thinking? How could a princess love someone like me?
Prince Ali Ababwa. I mean, I was very shocked to find out that
but it doesn't do
the folktale Aladdin is not set in Arabia. It's set in China, and that's a Disneyism.
And enter the fortress of oblivion.
My mind is blown. It's Disney's fault that we associate it with Arabia.
What happened to Anahita? He thought. Does she need my help?
I did not know this. My whole life, I've lived a lie.
Lost in his wretched thoughts, Farhad nearly failed to notice something alarming. Shirin's dainty feet were turning gray. I can't feel my legs, Shirin mumbled. Shh, be at peace, Farhad reassured her. You will be all right, as Anahita was. Shirin furrowed her brow. Anahita? Farhad swallowed and drew in a deep breath. She is your guardian. She risked everything to help me. He trailed off with a hoarse croak. I should check the rift is still sealed, Farhad thought, recalling the memory stone.
Back we go.
What does the statue hold? Greetings, Farhad. My sources tell me you are a man of your word. Perhaps I should be impressed, but reports of your engravings give me cause to question your sanity. I had thought that when Princess Shirin herself revealed that she does not return your love, you would cease your efforts. If you must persist, so be it. I will not stand in your way. Just remember that I require complete, unhindered passage through Mount Bistun. Only then will I grant you your wish. Know that I have sent my best horsemen to bring the princess home. In the meantime, you are responsible for her safety. Your king, Khosrow. Something about Khosrow's tone set Farhad on edge. When the riders came, he decided to be absent.
Sussy Baka.
Greetings, Farhad.
I've read that one.
My sources tell me... My lady, Farhad began, forgive me. I could sit here by your side for 100 years, and the gentle rise and fall of your chest alone would sustain me. Farhad swallowed a sob.
Interesting.
But I cannot stay. Anahita, the one I mentioned. I must find her. But do not be afraid. The king's men approach like thunder. You will be safe with them. Safer than you ever will be with me. And with that, he gently kissed his love on the forehead and resigned himself to never seeing her again.
Alright, which way do you think we go? This way. I'll split up.
Princess Shirin traveled here alone. Farhad tried to reassure himself. Harm will not befall her. The choice was a difficult one, but Farhad could not abandon his friend. After all, both he and Shirin owed Anahita their lives. And while a broken heart may ache for years, death happens but once.
Ooh.
Perhaps Anahita's last temple would suggest her whereabouts.
I'm good. I don't need my hatchets. I'm happy with the weapons I got. I found out that Aladdin was Chinese because the mnemonic da na 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 was written for Aladdin. That blows my mind.
Doubt reared its ugly head. Khosrow's letter was condescending, haughty, oppressive. Shirin would no doubt be safe with the king, but at what cost?
Like, I associate that tune with Japan. And yet it was written for a musical based on a folktale set in China. The annoying part is it wasn't part of the 1001 Nights. It was slid in by a translator. That explains so much! Oh my god! That explains so much. I thought I found a cure, but I was wrong. Last night I was eating some pomegranates from the world pillar. I could not get enough. Some were sour, some were sweet, but the more I ate, the hungrier I became. And then suddenly my pain disappeared. but it was a false alarm. My old wound started to glow, brighter and brighter. Light poured from my chest, and the pain grew and grew. I had to cut the amethystine stone out. I fainted from agony, but the light still danced in my eyes. When I came to, luminous streaks marked the trunk of the pomegranate tree. And then, no word of a lie, the tree moved.
Farhad's fingers brushed Allseed's heart. So that is how you came to be, old friend, he muttered.
So interesting. So, the version of the story that's set in China is, like, very much not part of the Arabian Nights. But it's still possible that the story was originally an oral tradition from Arabia. So, the funny thing is that it could have ended up back where it originally came from, due to a translator who decided to tie it all in. That's interesting. It's like, it's such a messy situation. Aladdin is such a messy situation. Because here's the thing, right? Everything Aladdin that I know is either Disney's Aladdin or is based on / influenced by Disney's Aladdin, right? Like, I don't know anything Aladdin from before Disney's Aladdin. Because if I did, I'd know something that maybe wasn't Arabian. That wasn't an Arabian take on the character. That's what makes it so interesting. Because I dig and I dig and I dig, and I can't find something that's Aladdin that isn't Arabian. Or Arabian influenced. It's so messy. Which way's the right way? Ooh, some music started playing. Ah. That's optional.
As Farhad stared at the smooth, grey stone of Shirin's statue. Her skin was turning to stone. Of course, Khosrow's letter had alluded to something else. An agreement between Farhad and the king. Why does he want passage through Mount Bistun? Farhad wondered. And what wish does he speak of? Could it be Shirin? The thought angered Farhad. The princess was not a prize to be awarded.
We got an upgrade here. Oh no. It's a mural.
Farhad feared the worst. Medivh was mighty and terrifying. And if Anahita had overcome it, why hadn't she returned?
That's got to be the way to go. So what's down here in the smoke? Nothing. Okay. When you say the new Prince of Persia featured Anahita. Do you mean the Lost Crown? The Metroidvania, the one from February or March of last year?
When night falls, I could return for this, Farhad thought. Khosrow was not the solution to Farhad's problems. Bistun caused the blight, and no Div would bow to a king, no matter how powerful. She will be back in her castle now, Farhad tried to convince himself. All this will be behind her.
This was a fantastic choice on my part. You know, I can't sit there and chuck a key request at every game. Because, you know, I've got to be able to commit to coverage. This one stood out. Ali Baba was not a part of 1001 Nights. Oh my god. It keeps getting worse. Forget translation, they were like the old-fashioned localizers of their day. They created their own continuity. The old-fashioned, what is it? Localization is seeing what you can get away with? That's what they were doing. They were just seeing what they could get away with. That's crazy.
Farhad, but resolve overcame both.
I need to get back somehow.
He knew what had to be done.
But it's nighttime, I want to return for the stuff. Okay, that's a valid reason, but at the same time, they preserved the stories in a way that were not entirely authentic, and that's an insult to preserving them, is it not?
Visit a strange place often enough, and it soon loses its mystique. But this was the memory stored within all Seed's heart. A story Farhad needed to know. It looks like some sort of mold.
It's so interesting.
Stone shattered, molten iron flowed, hot and angry. Farhad scoured his memories for all Seed's last words. To kill a mountain, build something new. The mountain was clear, but build what?
That's a good point. How do we know that oral tradition had not already completely butchered the story of Aladdin so much that it could have easily have been set in Arabia originally, and then due to oral tradition, it was changed to China, and then it became Arabia again. I stand humble in the realm of forgotten memories. Please show me the path, guide my weary feet. To conquer Mount Bistun. Yo, check out the hammer! Fuck yeah. Look at that. Shit, that's cool. Now I can ding the bells.
Was huge and heavy, but Farhad carried it with ease.
Oh, cool.
The corner in the floating path. A gasp escaped Farhad's lips. Shattered remnants of his friend hung suspended in the air, unmoving,
Anahita.
lifeless.
You're invincible to all damages while swinging the... What?
Farhad shouted into the darkness.
Oh.
For thee.
Interesting. So a more accurate depiction to Disney's original vision might be to set it in Baghdad. Get back here! Fucking dick munch! Right.
The bell's mighty peal rent the air, sending Bistun crashing to the floor.
This is for my friends.
Farhad cried.
Oh. Okay. The attack changed. You know, had enough, yeah? Go on, spawn some enemies. Oh. I actually had a death.
For whom the bell tolls, Dave. Farhad shouted into the darkness. It tolls for thee.
Can't skip a cutscene. I've already seen her. Now, if this didn't take so fucking long, it wouldn't be so annoying. Come on then, square go like. Oh my god. Fucking hell!
The bell's mighty peal rent the air, sending Bistun crashing to the floor. This is for my friends, Farhad cried.
Right, I'd have put checkpoint there. I'd have put a checkpoint there. I think a checkpoint there would have been fine. It's also bullshit. When they say you don't take damage swinging the big hammer, fucking bullshit. Don't take damage while you're attacking with the hammer. Bullshit. We just saw the opposite happen. Tell the crew to push the whopper button. Fuck, hurry up. Fuck! It's a little stone throwing cunts, that's what it is. Da-da-da-da-dun, 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 da-da-da-da-dun. Give me some health? Thank you. It is just padding at this point. Right. Any stone throwers? No. Kind of lucky then. Da 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 dun, da 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 dun, da 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 dun, da 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 dun. Now I'm gonna run, and then the bar will fill, and then I'll use the bar, and then I'll run again, and then I'll use the bar, and then I'll run again. Fill it, bar, yeah, I'll run again. I'm filling up the bar, filling up the bar, filling up the bar, but it doesn't go very, very fast, so I'm gonna run, running not far, around these enemies, filling up the bar, la 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 la. La 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 la, filling up the bar, 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 yabba dabba do. Fucker! Unbelievable! We start before the boss fight.
For whom the bell tolls, Steve. For Hod shouted into the darkness.
It tolls for thee! Fucking hell. No, all my love for this has, like, mostly dissipated in one boss fight. The only option is to run around and let that bar fill up. And it takes forever, like at least 4 attacks each fucking phase, for him to spawn some enemies. Like, I'm trying to figure out if there's a place I can stand, if there's like, if I stop moving, but there's no like consistent way of triggering it. And the hammer is so slow. And it's supposed to negate all damage when you're swinging. That's what it said. It doesn't.
Mighty peal rent the air, sending Bistun crashing to the floor.
Really fucking frustrating that it takes this long every single time. Right, I think there's a pattern to this. He's going to attack with his right hand again, then he's going to attack with his left hand again. Well, our right, his left, yeah. Then he does a sweep with his right, hour left. Yeah. So there's not even any RNG to it at all. It's a very, like, baked-in pattern. I can't remember if there's another one after. No. Yes, there is. So it's another sweep. Na 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 I'm rolling. I'm rolling. Rolling doesn't work anymore. Rolling doesn't work anymore. Whatever reason. My invulnerability isn't working. My rolling invulnerability. It's okay. Na 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 ba na 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 Batman. Ba na 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 Batman. Like, would it really hurt to have a checkpoint at every phase? Da-na-na-na-na, 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 Batman. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. We gotta wait for the Batman bar to fill up again. It's alright, I'll be in bed before midnight. To line them up. Okay, perfect. Did barely any damage. Batman. Fuck, I missed the bosses. Unbelievable. We gotta have the Batman bar fill up at least 3 times. Like, at least 3 more times. I think it might be 4. Da-na-na-na-na. Batman! Batman! Barely taking any health off him. Unbelievable. Fucking hell. I'm gonna be so glad when this is over. A publisher opportunity that was fantastic, marred by an absolutely dreadful final boss. Absolutely dreadful. Introduce a new weapon the player hasn't had enough time to learn the combos for. Tell them it gives them invincibility when they're swinging it, but don't actually give them invincibility when they're swinging it. Utterly fantastic. Bravo. That's actually big brain time.
And with the last mighty blow, the Deve's crimson eye winked out. The storm within Farhad's heart rivaled the one that rent the dark skies. Bistun was defeated, but at such cost. He felt more alone than he had ever felt before.
Right, now we can get the stuff we couldn't get before. Nope. Can't go that way. Maybe we're able to go back like post-game to get the collectibles.
For the first time since he awoke on Mount Bistun, his path was clear, but he had no one to share the news with. Princess Shirin would be resting in Khosrow's quarters.
Farhad, what have you done? What vile sickness did you expose my love to? You have no reason to dig through the mountain any longer. Princess Shirin is dead. Your king, Khosrow.
Oh. No, it cannot be. Everyone that I cared for is gone. I have brought death to them all. But yet there is one candle that still burns. Am I committing an hero here? Am I becoming an hero to us all?
He felt that this world could no longer offer him anything. But death had not ended Farhad's journey before, and it was not about to now. Instead, Farhad drew ever closer to answers. the final steps on the path laid out before him, the path that ended in the realm of forgotten memories. The fortress of oblivion awaited him, and Farhad thought of all those who had played their part in getting him here.
Okay.
All seeds, with his wisdom and kind heart. Majestic Anahita, so dedicated to atoning for her greatest mistake. The beautiful princess, always out of reach. And the king, who had treated him with such disdain. But none of them mattered anymore. The whisper called to him.
Are we becoming the Div?
Called to him.
Like, I'm starting to get the feeling we're about to become the Div. And, like, this is a time loop.
Fear and foreboding chilled Farhad as he walked amongst the horrors. Exiled and forgotten people, ensnared by the blight, trapped in endless suffering, their silent screams frozen in their gullets.
Can I get something for interacting with all of them? I'm gonna do that. Just in case. You know, like a trophy or something. Got that one. This is such a story, though. Man falls in love with a woman. Woman doesn't love him. Woman loves the king. Man gets cucked by the king. Woman he loves turns to stone. Man commits an hero.
Years, decades. For how long I had called him to me, I cannot say. My voice gave out, but still, I cried out across the realms. Unimaginable agonies racked my body. Yet I never sought refuge in insanity. The wound that never heals reminded me of my mortality.
Right, the narrator is the one who wrote those diary entries.
I looked into Farhad's eyes and saw his pain and confusion, but even then, I saw a flicker of something else. Was it
Oh, the tree man looked a lot like him as well.
Words eluded him, however.
All
So I
seats.
explained everything. I told him my name is Nizami. I was a blacksmith by day and a storyteller by night. I was banished by King Khosrow, exiled unjustly. On Mount Bistun, I was mortally wounded, but saved by the most wondrous fruit and guided by a talking tree. Then, I discovered an otherworldly domain, a realm of forgotten souls. But the Div found me. I was imprisoned in the fortress of oblivion, doomed to be forgotten, teetering on the edge of oblivion. Agony poured from my wound and took form. You, Farhad, are created out of my pain, out of my wound.
Huh.
I told him, you are the manifestation of hope, the embodiment of purpose. I had lost count of the number of times Farhad had reached my prison, but each time he had refused my plea, refused to set me free. I knew the choice was grim, but I had to prevail. My story is not yet complete, and so I gave him a choice. Liberate me, or abandon me once more. The path to the left was where he should engrave the wise decision to set me free. Or he could add to the cruel records of abandonment to the right.
How about I do neither? Bye, fucker. Alright, I'm gonna pick the left. I like a happy ending.
This time, I resorted to honesty to convince Farhad to release me. If he rescued this poor old man, his creator, from a life of torture, I promised to continue my journey. I would seek out the source of the blight afflicting nature, the reason behind the chaos that sweeps through Persia, and destroy it. But sadly, there was a catch. To
Farhad
leave
will
my
have to die.
unnatural shackles empty would draw unwanted attention. Farhad would have to take my place.
Yep.
At this, the sculptor growled and turned his head. Wait, I implored. You do not understand. I told him how this sacrifice would give his life meaning. After all, it was his purpose. It was what he was created for. The only way he could escape the cycle. And I promised that when my quest was complete, I would come back to return the favor.
Yeah, set him free. I think that's a happy ending. Like,
You
as
have
far as it can
made
go.
the right decision.
I told him.
Imagine being trapped in such an unwinnable situation that you have to, as a storyteller, invent your own son to take your place.
Before I left, Farhad asked me if his sacrifice would be worth it. There is no greater blessing than having purpose, I told him. No worse pain than having it denied.
I promised I would not rest until I had stopped the sickness afflicting nature. I would rescue other poor, imprisoned souls and face the threats before me with the courage that Farhad had shown. Come avant, I called. Let your fires light my way.
بیاورد ضحاک را چون نبند، به کوه دماوند کردش ببند، به کوه اندرون تنگ جایش گزید، نگه کرد آیبانش ناپدید. بیاورد مسمارهای گران، به جایی که مغزش نبودن در آن، فرو بست دستش بر آن کوه باز، بدان تا بماند به سختی دراز. ببستش بر آن گونه آویخته، از او خون دل بر زمین ریخته. از او نام ضحاک چون خاک شد، جهان از بد او همه پاک شد.
So this is verses from the original poem that inspired the game's story. Well, that final boss was a piece of shit, but apart from that, this game's pretty good. I'm skeptical about its price. For a game that is roughly 2.5 hours long, maybe 3 hours if you're taking your time and, you know, you die a couple of times on the final boss. For a 3-hour long game, basically you need to be the kind of person that is happy to pay that for a 3-hour game. So you need to be the kind of person that doesn't have a great amount of time to dedicate to playing games. Someone who likes a nice, punchy, short narrative experience. And if you do, then the asking price of £14 on Steam is good. I'm just going to look it up on SteamDB out of curiosity. So SteamDB Bistun. I want to see what it's gone down to in the past. So let's go price history. It has been 62% off before. It's been £5.31. At £5.31, it's a steal. It was Real-Time Strategy Fest. That doesn't make much sense, but okay. During Real-Time Strategy Fest, Winter Sale 2024, it went down to £5.31. It's been on sale in the Autumn Sale. It's been on sale in the Summer Sale. So it goes on sale fairly often, like 4 to 5 times a year. If you like the look of this and you think £14 is too much, then absolutely grab it when it's on sale. I can recommend it if you like games like Bastion, Bloodroots, Death's Door, then I think you'll get a lot out of it. I enjoyed what I played of it. I enjoyed playing through it. Thank you very much again for the key. I just want to make sure I get that information correct. Thank you very much, Keymailer, IMGN.PRO, and Black Cube Games for the key. Thank you very much for the opportunity to play this one. And I hope that I have inspired some of you watching to check this out. I mean, it's been on Steam since 2020, but I believe the Switch and PS5 releases are fairly new, like this month. Yeah, January 21st. So these console ports are fresh. So it's as good a time as any to check it out. If you're interested. That's it. That's the sales pitch. I've done my part. I've told everyone I got the key for free, and I've played through the game. I mean, I've done my part. I hope that anybody who's interested checks it out. Right. Thank you very much for coming. I'm going to go get some sleep. I have another part of Dreadout down for tomorrow night, but that could change. We'll see. Right. Yeah. Can't think of anything else I want to say. Right. Until next time, if we live that long, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.